the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. So Nebraska's offense is on the field for the first time today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for the defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long. So I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Huskers will hustle to the line. Looking for a man. It's Dotson. On a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off play action on first down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding...
Oh, he's got some space! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the first down. He's still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A strike downfield. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the run, it's Lewis. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the Huskers in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. At midfield, he's got room. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Huskers are on the move.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Cornhuskers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Love the...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Okay, offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Stewart. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Hands it off. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Carr. Using the quick game. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Pulls and fired complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Huskers are in the hurry up.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll try to run for it. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. The Huskers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. So here comes the Michigan offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
How about that for efficiency on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game. And I want...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be knocked down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Snagged in the middle. It's Nelson. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Lewis. Crossing the 30, he's got away. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down, get something positive. But how about the defense just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field?
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Dropping back, it's Carr. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
To the air on first down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Wolverine! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. He's got it out. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, but you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air, or you've got to be more physical up front.
Guys, this offense is already really down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. The defense takes matters into its own hands. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
The Cornhuskers ready ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Makes the grab. It's Bell. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Breaks the tackle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Huskers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. On the ground, it's Marshall. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. Dropping back, it's Carr. Trying to beat the D deep. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher they can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
That just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got him downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
On the move. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Looking for room at the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Cornhuskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The give on the option. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down, and let's see if they try to convert on 4th. we've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's the pressure. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So the defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Huskers will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. There he goes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10. It's a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Throwing right. That's caught. It's Bell. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Here comes the offense on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Markway. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. 8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish